Hello, I'm Chris Luke, and I will be talking about production logistics. Hello, I'm Chris Luke, and I will be talking about production logistics within FedEx. So, what production logistics is, it is the flow of goods that includes the management of procured parts and materials, distribution inside a factory, product management, packing, and shipping to a warehouse. So as you can see in the illustration that a truck delivers packages, the packages are then sorted and processed, and then they are stored in inventory. And this can actually work backwards, as it does within FedEx, as packages are taken from inventory or taken out of the trucks, processed and sorted, and then loaded back onto the trucks. So the FedEx Super Hub is one out of 5 hubs in the country, and it's actually the largest. The Super Hub is located in Memphis, Tennessee, while the others are located in Miami, Dallas, Indianapolis, and Oakland, California. The Super Hub can sort up to 1.4 million packages a day, and every night between the hours of 10 and 1 a.m., 150 planes will fly in from around the world to be unloaded, processed through the warehouse, loaded onto containers, and then the containers are put back onto planes to be shipped out. Within each FedEx warehouse, millions of packages are processed each day. When the packages are unloaded to be processed, they are taken out of the trucks or containers and placed onto conveyor belts. Packages that are 65 pounds or less are considered overhead, and they are placed onto belts that are taken up above in the warehouse. From there, they go through automated scanners to determine where it will be delivered so it is placed in the correct truck. Packages that are 65 pounds and more are considered incompatible, or IC for short, and they cannot go with the overhead. They are put on a separate belt that goes through 2 people that manually scan the items. After the packages have been scanned, they will be sorted and filed to the correct path to get to the truck they are supposed to be in. So here's an example of what the overhead packages look like and what they go through. So as you can see, the packages are relatively small, not too large, and what the arrow is pointing to are the infrared scanners that are placed on both sides, above and below, so that whenever packages might fall around or tumble, that once they go through the scanner, that it can pick it up whichever way the barcode is facing. So here's an example of what the incompatible package belt would look like. As you can see, what the woman is scanning, it's a relatively large package. It looks kind of heavy. Sometimes the packages can just be really fragile. So what the woman has on her finger is the scanner, and what's on her wrist, that it will tell her if it's in the right area, if it tells her where the package is going, where it came from, and it's telling her where the package eventually needs to end up. And as you can see that there are 2 smaller packages, sometimes the packages might not be over 65 pounds, but the packages can also be either damaged or wet, or they can feel like it's an awkward kind of package or an awkward weight, that they'll be shipped on these IC belts so that the packages can safely get to the truck that it needs to without going into the overhead belt. So once all packages have been processed, sorted, and filed, the packages that were in overhead fall down a chute that is inside the truck, then are loaded. Then all the packages that were on the IC belt are picked up manually and put into the truck. So I just want to talk about my personal experience with FedEx and the logistics about it. So I began working at the Syracuse location on April 16th, about a week ago, as a package handler. So I'm responsible for unloading the trucks, putting the packages on the belts, and loading the trucks. And with the current pandemic, all FedEx warehouses are experiencing large amounts of packages being processed and delivered. So there's a lot of backup in the current warehouse that I'm working at. And it's because everyone is ordering online because no one can go out and buy things. And everything's being shipped through FedEx and UPS. And a lot of the workers are saying that it's almost as busy as Christmas, and they're saying how it's a second Christmas. And I can kind of understand because, again, people have to order all their necessities or whatever it may be online through Amazon, and it's all being delivered through FedEx. Um, but even though I've only worked there for about a week, I find the work very interesting about how everything needs to work together for things to run smoothly. And I think that I could see myself making a career in logistics as some sort of site manager or something along the lines of that. So thank you for listening.